They say a builder can be only as good as the creative freedom customer allows him. And in this case, the customer allowed us complete creative freedom, gave us some good inputs as well, and that has led to this car. It's a prime example of the builder and the customer working together to produce something really, really nice. So the first thing that we did on the front was we took some Shelby design elements and incorporated them into the car. Easy said than done. The hood on the Shelby, because the Shelby is longer in the front, so this hood was much bigger. So we had to basically section it and condense that. But what that led to was having an enormous scoop, which we didn't realize at the time, but when you look at it, the scoop is one defining element that really looks nice on the car. Balancing that scoop is the Shelby grille with the 2 extra lights, and this is basically a Shelby element, but that blends in very well. And then we had to do something on the bottom, because having an aggressive look on the front without having anything to balance it below would have been odd. So we just gave it a air dam, and this is a 69 Mustang air dam, not a 68. We've used Camaro ones before as well, but this in this case worked really nice. Now coming up to the side, we had to carry that aggressive design across the board. One of the ways we did it is we gave it a kind of a low stance. It's not really low, but we got away with staggered wheels. So we put 17s up front and we put 18s with a thinner wall tire in the back. The 18s is really big in the back. It's 18 by 12. So that's a wide wheel. And once we did that, the only way to hide the wheel underneath was to give it a fat fended rear. And the fat fended rear basically does 2 things. It adds to the design theme of an aggressive 67 fastback. So the car looks much more bulky, much more muscly, and works very well. We kept some of the design elements of the 67 standard because we wanted the emphasis area to be on this. So we kept the original 67 fin grille and we repurposed these grills. Of course, they are not the same as original. They've been redone because we have a fat fended rear on this side. So that balances that whole side very well. We kept the door handles and we balanced that with chrome side mirrors, bullet style side mirrors, so as to have a little bit of chrome going on across the car, which is the theme. Now coming on to the back, we didn't want hugely aggressive because the whole back end, because the fat fender is already quite loud. So we kept the original style of the 67 with the chrome bits. This looks really nice on the blue. Kept the gas cap and the bumper, but we redesigned the lower air dam, and redesigning that basically helped to balance the whole car. So one of the things that we do on all of the Mustangs that we build, and this car was no different, is get rid of the hideous gaps between the bumpers. So we Frenched this bumper back into the body and basically cleaned up the body lines. We are able to get this stance because of the full frame chassis under the car. So the car really is very comfortable to drive, even having been lowered, but still is very nice to drive, not very hard on the road. And basically the full frame chassis not only gives us the stance, but we can run these really big 18 by 12 wheels in the back. These wheels are huge. They're awesome. They've got a really big depth in them, and we've got Willwood disc brakes to complement the power that the engine is making. So this car is approximately about 7 inches off the ground. We've done lower than that, 5.5 as well. This is not extremely low, but the staggered wheel combination, 17s up front and 18s in the back, help us get that look of a lowered sort of look on the car. The stance really helps the whole car. It makes the car look much longer than it is, and really sets it apart with all the body modifications. Works very well. So the car really is very comfortable to drive, even having been lowered but still it's not aggressively loud, but nice throaty loud.